good stuff from Hira. Here we go.
It's interesting how Pakistani players have figured out the meta faster than the rest of the world. I mean, I don't think that they figured out the meta. I think that they're just really good. I think their scene is primarily offline. I think that's a huge deal. Like a huge deal. Like SoCal Tekken, we used to be way better when we had arcades, you know? We had, until, even through Tekken Tag 2, we had some arcades, but it was pretty whack, right? But in Tekken 6 days, dude, we would crowd around the arcades. Tekken 5, like, we had hella arcades. We used to have 2 days a week at Speed Zone, $10 unlimited play. So we were like all super good at punishing and all this kind of shit. Sidestepping, we knew everything. Tekken 6 came out, we only had like 1 or 2 places we could play at. So like we were still good, but not as good as we used to be before, right? We didn't have as much experience against the whole cast. Then you fast forward Tag 2, we only had 1 arcade. That was it, just 1. And it was like outdated and stuff, you know, and we didn't get the DLC characters, so it was only online again after that. And then Tekken 7, we didn't really get one. You know, we had Tekken 7.0 in the arcade, like, and everything was super late, so it was like inevitable that we see everyone drop off. Now you're seeing the same thing start to happen in Korea, right? They're switching over right now from like an arcade culture at Green Arcade and shit to like being an online or a LAN center kind of culture. And it's going to take them a little bit to transition. But if they don't transition, Korea's going to fall off hella hard. Hella hard. Guaranteed. Doesn't matter how good their top players are now. The top players are not going to have the competition against everyone else like they used to. Is online Tekken in Korea with low ping similar to LAN or not close? It's not close. There's no substitute for offline play. There just isn't. You know, even if you play, you know, online in Japan or Korea, you can have some good matches. You get a lot of experience. For like the highest level play, online not gonna happen.
Oh, big.
No, 13, not 14.
Yeah, it used to be 14 in Tekken Tag 2. He went for the wrong punish, and here we go. Aware's Liaka 2 rounds up.
It's the fact that you can share info easier offline.
Look at that.
Offline Tekken at an arcade is similar to this, where me and you guys in the chat right now, we're just watching other people play in the arcade. We're like, oh yeah, you know, you watch this guy, you're like, oh Hira, yeah, look, dude, every time you get to the wall, you're dead, right? So maybe you should position to like not let him get your back to the wall. Like you just start saying shit like this while you're talking and watching other people play, and then you start learning that way. You know, one of the things I used to do when I played in arcades, back then throws we got to actually break them, right? And for the throws, anytime I saw like a break, I would say like 1 throw, 2 throw, 1 plus 2 throw. I would just say it out loud as soon as I saw a throw, and that made me learn to break throws better.
That ESPG was a really good option.
With Zafina, you can't block in her stances at all, so yeah, that was a good option.
Offline Tekken is the only Tekken I can enjoy. I mean, it's offline Tekken is it's special, man. If you guys haven't experienced it with like a couple people, like just like in a small group, like 3 or 4 people, just play like that. It's awesome. Also, can't forget the shit talk on offline, bro. People don't understand things nowadays, man. I'll tell you guys a story after this. Something that happened recently. I don't know if this is actually losers or if they didn't update the bracket or the stream, you know. Yo, dude, 1-1.
Keeping his dreams alive here. And straight back
online, you get more matchups? Yeah, but you get more shitty matchups. Like yeah, I played against Zafina online. I thought I knew everything about it, but no, I played against Zafina offline, and fucking, you can interrupt this shit. I didn't know you could do that, etc., etc.
Interesting, man.
All these killers, man, are getting taken down.
Yeah, Hamraz is a legend himself, man. He went with the Kuma, you know.
Oh.
There we go, the dive kick, and that's the problem when you try to float demon flip. That dive kick kind of pauses in the air.
Oh god, that was a nice resplat.
Oh,
Hira, alright.
You look disgusted.
I hate this.
I've experienced recent Tag 1 offline, very fun. Wish here in Brazil we had more arcades. Yeah, dude. I mean, arcades are they're dying around the world. It's not something that's gonna be sustainable.
The sidewalk right.
You know, when arcades were dying here in the U.S., arcades were like the arcade's dying, and they're raising their prices, right? I'm like, that doesn't work. That's not how arcades work. You can't up the price on these things. Like, it just doesn't scale that way. Like, if I was a kid and I was going to the arcade, I would have like a couple bucks, like $2 or $3, right? And the games are a quarter each. So you'd be like, all right, well, you know, that means I can play like 8 to 12 games, right? That's fun. I can put my time into it. You make the thing $1 a game, I'm gonna play 2 or 3 games. You know what I mean? I still only have $2 or $3. It's not like now I have $12 instead of $3, which I do. But you know what I'm saying? Like, arcades don't scale that way. It's $1 everywhere now. And that's insane. Like, you can't learn to play at $1 a game.
Down forward 1-1 there.
And another barometer. So here we go. Kanga Hira Malik on set point to move on.
Like, that was the reason that SoCal... This is a big reason SoCal was good in Tekken 6. We had a Vid94, right? Just this little video store. The owner bought a Tekken 6 cab. And Super Arcade had Tekken 6 for like 50 cents or something, right? A game. But then...
massive risk.
Vid94 came around and they said, like, you know what? I want you guys to play here instead, so I'm going to make it a quarter. And so then, we're like, why would we go to Super Arcade and play for 50 cents when we could come to Vid94 and play for a quarter? And so we told the Super Arcade, we're like, look, man, like, we like your arcade, there's better food and stuff around here, but it's half the price. We can play twice as long over there. And so, what happened? Everyone went to Vid94, Super Arcade lost hella money. Like, how is that 50 cents helping you, you know? Final, uh-oh.
Dive kick. What's the mix-up? Goes for the forward 4. And another one. Quick stop for Hira.
Same thing happened with TV. Fewer people watching. Better cramming more commercials.
Uh-oh.
So much pressure at the wall here. Ooh. Hira has to do something to get out. He can't be stuck there.
In Pakistan, PlayStation Arcades is 30 games for $1.
That was the
Wow.
bar meter that he needed. One more, he's gonna do it. Oh, big whip, and
Nice.
there it is.
Good patience, good backdash.
Has been eliminated from the tournament in top
Damn.
16 here at Takra Cup.
So this is losers.
Move on there.
That's loser's side, so he needs to play one more match to get into top 8.
Yes, I believe there is one more.
What do you think
match,
about
and he
it
will
is?
get into
Wait,
top
sorry.
eight here.
Pirate
He
Electronics
is the
says,
one who
what do you
expected
think it is about
to get into the
Pakistani's
top eight,
play
and he's
style that
doing
makes
good
them
to
the
lose
best
after
region in
losing
Tekken
that
at the
match.
moment?
It's been
I don't think it's anything
really
specific
long,
about the
and
play
he's been
style. I
doing
think
it.
it's just
Having
that they have more experience.
as well definitely
It's
helps.
more
To be
offline
honest,
experience. It
right?
shows.
I know it's not good to see someone so talented with Steve.
Like, the more people you have offline together, the higher level everyone gets, right?
The card's good, man. You know what I mean?
And when you're
now
playing
we got
people of like
Shoaib,
equal
Shed.
or slightly
10th
higher skill
generation
level, it
Shoaib,
forces you
Shed.
to get better. So you have this entire region of people. Like, say there's 10 people.
His stick
Like,
as well,
you know, they start like, oh, these guys are better. Well, we got to raise our skill level now. Well, these guys are here now. Now these guys got to raise it up, and then these guys raise theirs up. You know, it's like it just goes back and forth like that. And all of a sudden, you've got 10 guys. They're all hella good up here. You know,
Who's he gonna be going up against?
I'm not too sure. Oh,
like Gilkey says, they optimize every situation. Yeah, of course. Like, they have to be good at everything. Like, you cannot let there be holes, and that's how you get good at anything.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Optimization, right?
Zanab Sheikh,
this
man.
guy's been under the radar, man. I haven't seen him this whole day.
Yeah, I think he got put into the loser bracket quite early, and he's just been killing people in that loser bracket, man.
He's just been murking, man,
Running the
straight
gauntlet,
up.
running the gauntlet right here. Good stuff to
This is
Zanab.
his opportunity now to get into.
Yeah, and again, both these guys are not sponsored.
Mr. HSP says it's kind of hard to afford place to open an
And this is
arcade
not
now
like
too.
the Korea
Dude, it's
Dota
not just
one.
that. Like, the
There are a
arcade
lot of
machines are
sponsored
so
players in the top
expensive.
eight here.
Like, think about it. The Tekken 7 arcade cabinet was something like $17,000 or $20,000.
Get all that prize money
$17,000 to
and
$20,000
and
for
the
one
trip to,
cabinet.
Thailand.
Like, how many quarters is that? You know,
Shen versus
that's a lot of quarters.
So what are we gonna
Like,
see?
let's say it's $20,000. That's 80,000 games have to be played before you make your money back if it's a quarter game. So because of that, it has to be 50 cents or $1 for them to make their money back, right?
But Shoaib Shen has definitely impressed me here.
Yeah, and with current Tekken 7, you cannot even update to the latest version. It's $17,000 to $20,000 for one Tekken 7 cabinet.
He's beating so many strong players.
It's cool to see.
It's insane.
I'm loving it, man.
And again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in here for Takra Cup, guys. It's a tournament that means a lot to so many of us here. You know, the guys at Game On Esports are putting.
Can't you make
so
them
much of their
yourselves?
passion.
You can buy the board. If you bought just the arcade board and hooked up your own monitors and your own arcade sticks to whatever, I think then it comes down to like $7,000 to $8,000.
We're whittling it down to our top
Confirming it,
8.
man.
Yes.
These have been some sick matches, so I'm excited.
It's kept me awake, bro. I'll be honest, I haven't slept, but it's keeping me awake, man.
Yeah.
Zanab Sheikh, Leo versus Ling.
Couldn't
Here
you
we
just
go,
have
the
several
Mr.
PC
Howard
rigs?
stage.
That's what people do now. But I'm
Look at
saying, like, I'm talking about when this game was not on console. It was not on PC yet. I'm talking like, 2015. What were you doing between 2015 and 2017 if you were playing Tekken 7? You know, you had to have an arcade cabinet. There was no console version.
Let's go.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Never mind.
Let's go.
I knew it.
Hey, by the way, I have a t-shirt for sale. Wow, why am I so big here? You guys see it? It look it like this. Nice, huh?